my channel, it's Phoenix here with another client makeover video. Today's look is for this gorgeous sultry vampy look, and I am working on the beautiful Monique, who's actually a brow client of mine, and I asked her to model for me. I think she looks super gorgeous. She's also just a beautiful person as well. Thanks Monique for being my model. So if you guys want to learn how to recreate this gorgeous sultry look, keep on watching. So the first step is to apply a base around the whole eyebrow. I'm using an eye base. This is the PLouise base in Rumour. If you don't have an eye base specifically, you could also just use a concealer. So once you've patted that around the brow, then I'm going to go and fill in the brow, and I'm using eyeshadow because it gives quite a soft look, and you can get a really nice sharp edge and pointed line to define the shape really nicely. To get a really defined brow shape, you want to make sure that you're using an angled brush that is really sharp and that is very thin and isn't too fluffy. Sometimes if they're too fluffy, they'll make the brow look fuller and you won't get such a sharp, clean line. So make sure as well with your angled brush that you're keeping them clean so they don't have a buildup of product in them. Now that the eyebrows are done, I'm going to go and take an eye base over the whole eye area, and you want a really nice creamy thick consistency when you do this. I am using the PLouise eye base called Rumour, but if you don't have this, like I said earlier, you could just use a concealer. Just make sure that the concealer is something that is really thick and creamy and has a thick consistency to it. The more emollient the better, because it will make your eyeshadows just grab and be much more vibrant and more pigmented. So the first eyeshadow on the eye is a shadow called Cedar. It's a Phoenix eyeshadow. It's just a really nice warm biscuity shade, and we're just going to build that up in the crease of the eye using a blending brush. So just build up the color to a nice medium depth. Then the next color to go on is more of a cool concrete slate grey brown. This one is called Java, and again I'm putting this in the crease of the eye, but I'm taking it slightly higher up. Then using a smaller brush, I'm going to go in with the Java shadow and just darken the inner corner of the eyelid and the outer corner of the eyelid to create a real kind of halo finish. So leave the center of the lid space clear with no eyeshadow on it. Here's an example of what it should look like. So then next I'm using the PLouise base, but again you could just use concealer to do this, to cut out the eyelid area, but I'm going to do this in quite a rounded shape right in the center of the eye. So I'm not cutting out the whole eyelid space, just the center of the lid, and I'm making this very rounded like I said, so make sure that you've got quite a round definition when you're doing this, right in the center of the eye. Then I'm just softly blending out the edges of the concealer so that you can still see that darker shadow in the outer and the inner corners of the eyelid space. And then the next step is to put pigment in the same area that you just placed the concealer. So I'm using a Phoenix silver pigment, which I mix with a little bit of setting spray. So this is just going in that exact same very rounded eyelid space, and then you're just going to softly blend out the edges so that it blends in nicely with that dark brown shadow. So the next step now is just to go in and polish it all up. So using that Java eyeshadow, which is that brown, I'm going to take that again in the inner and the outer corner of the eye just to make it a little bit more defined, and I'm also going to go along that crease again just to make sure that we haven't lost any depth and it just ties in beautifully together. So then I'm going to do under the eyes with concealer, and I am using Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to give a nice full coverage under the eye area. Just placing that on, and then I'm going to go and buff it out using a beauty blender. Now to turn this halo eye into a sultry eye, I'm using a Phoenix Coal Black pencil, and I'm going to do along the waterline and the lash line and just make this really defined and really sultry and intense. Now on the eyes I'm going to use mascara, and this is a black water resistant Phoenix mascara. It's safe to use on eyelash extensions, which is good because Monique is wearing eyelash extensions, so no need for false lashes today. Then under the brow bone I'm going to highlight that area using a little bit of Phoenix powder highlighter. Then taking a Tarte liquid liner, so this is actually a rose gold liquid liner on one side, and then on the other side it's got glitter on it. I'm just using the rose gold liquid at the moment to place a band on along the crease of the eye. so that I can use that as a base to stick glitter onto. And the glitter is just a loose glitter that I found on eBay. So we're just going along the top rounded area along the crease just to help define that shape with a little bit of bling. And now on Monique's beautiful porcelain skin, I am using the iconic London Liquid Illuminators. You guys know I'm obsessed with this product. I just absolutely love it because it makes the skin look incredible, amazing, glowing, and I just love the finish that it gives when you place foundation over the top of it. So I'm just placing that on basically the whole face, and then I'm going to go over top of that with our liquid custom blend foundation. And this custom blend is a dewy finish, and it's more of I guess a medium to full coverage, so it gives a really nice cover on the skin, but I love how that liquid illuminator just kind of shows through even though the foundation does have a really good coverage. So taking a Phoenix foundation brush just to apply the liquid, I then go and buff it into the face using a powder brush. And then once that's done, I'm going to finish with a little bit of powder. I'm using a Phoenix mineral powder along the T-zone of the face. Now I'm going to do a light contour along the cheekbone and along the jawline. I'm using Phoenix Fiji bronzer to do that. And then taking Phoenix highlighter in Enlighten, I'm going to go and glow the skin up. I'm just going to take that highlighter in all of the high points of the face. So we're doing the upper cheek, the chin, the upper lip, the nose, and above the brow. And now to finish off and create a little bit of vampiness, I'm going to use a dark red lipstick. This is a Jeffree Star liquid lipstick and it's in shade Unicorn Blood, which is just such a gorgeous deep toned red, and it sets matte. I also would always recommend when you're doing a red lip or a dark red lip that you use a lip liner to apply because it would just give you a much cleaner, more precise line. And then finally to finish, I'm just adding black mascara under the bottom lash line. And there we go guys, that is the completed look. Doesn't she look amazing? I think she suits this so much. She's just such a beautiful person. Thank you Monique so much for modeling for me. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and remember to subscribe to my channel. I release videos every week. Hit that notification bell button so you know when I release a new video. Have an amazing week guys, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!